I'm just a simple woman, really. Born and bred in the aristocracy, finest schools, and, well, a very wealthy husband.
Well, it's been a while, but I am back here on stage at the KordaZone Theatre in Windsor, Ontario, and they have a new production coming up September 12th to the 27th. It's called The Importance of Being Earnest. And today I have the director, Jeff Marontate, with me. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, Tracy. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited to see this, and it's something that I think is going to be a lot of fun.
I think so too. It's a great script. Really funny script.
Could you give us just a brief synopsis, because I don't want to give too much away?
Right. Well, it's about a young man who has created a fake younger brother so that he can leave his country home to go into the city. In the city, he goes by the name Earnest, and back home, he goes by the name Jack. So he can go into London and say that he has to tend to his very naughty, wicked brother Earnest, and then when he's in London, he can be naughty, wicked brother Earnest and get away with it.
That sounds like it's going to be fun.
I think so.
Now, you've wanted to do this production for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
It's an older production as well?
1895.
Oh my goodness.
Oscar Wilde. It's witty, it moves fast, it's silly. I think the subtitle that he gave it was A Trivial Play for Serious People.
I am new to the theater scene ever since I started this podcast, and I'm really glad that later on in life I've learned to just love it. And
Good.
I like seeing the productions from our little area of Windsor, Essex County, and then I can watch them online, the real production, and it just blows my mind the talent that we have here in Windsor.
We have so many theater groups in this area. I'm not sure right now, but there was one time we had more than 20 between the city and the county.
It doesn't surprise me. I know there's a lot that I haven't even met yet.
But it's wonderful to see that kind of art scene in a city that people think of as kind of a lunchbox, a factory town, to see that much culture is available.
I've noticed lately between, like, bands are coming back, having live bands and having productions, plays, symphony, orchestras. We've had comedy. There's so much in the city, and I just love it.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of the students too, because you were saying that there was a ton of people that came out for this production.
Yeah, we had somewhere around 50 people signed up to audition. I think ultimately it was 43 people auditioned for the show for 9 parts.
For 9.
So that was actually one part was pre-cast, so for 8 parts, and that was just overwhelming to see that many people. When we do a musical, it's very common to have 40, 50 people, but not a non-musical, not a straight show, as you might say. So that was really, really encouraging. I was saying earlier, I just hope that translates to bums in seats when it comes to ticket sales.
I think so, because KordaZone, you guys always put on wonderful productions.
Thank you. We try.
And you have been with KordaZone for how long?
Pretty much since the beginning, 22 years, I guess.
Oh.
The first show that we did, Tracy Ayton is the founder. She and 2 other people did a show called Side by Side by Sondheim, which is more of a concert show.
Okay.
It's not a play. It's not a full-blown musical. So the first real show that we did, scripted show that we did, was Rocky Horror, and that was 22 years ago, and I directed that. I've been with the company ever since.
So do you just direct, or do you act as well, or?
Once in a while I act, but not very often.
No.
When we did Cabaret about 6 years ago, that was the last show that I was in. I used to perform in the holiday pantos that we did, but I haven't done that for a few years. I'd like to again. I think next year I might audition for something.
That would be fun. Try that again.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a very special guest that just came on set here. We have Lady Bracknell. How are you doing, lady?
I'm very well, thank you, thank you. It must be a real pleasure to meet me.
I'm very excited to see you, and I've heard so much about you. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Well, I'm just a simple woman, really. Born and bred in the aristocracy, finest schools, and, well, a very wealthy husband.
Oh, always nice to have a very wealthy husband.
Absolutely.
Now, how would you describe your marriage to Lord Bracknell?
In a word, complicated. He suffers from anemia and a variety of other things, indigestion, one of the many, many things. But we do get out, and we are seen around town occasionally. Well, it's important to see and be seen, isn't it?
Now, we're having a lot of fun here, but this is Chris Lanspeary, and he is going to be playing Lady Bracknell.
I am. I'm going to try.
Well, I think you're doing a pretty good job so far.
It's really considered one of the plum roles, really now for male actors in theaters. So as soon as Jeff kind of mentioned it in passing that he was doing this show, I'm like, And he mentioned Lady Bracknell. I'm like, that excites me. And he asked me the next day. He said, "Are you still thinking about it?" I said, "I haven't even slept."
I was reading about the show today just to kind of get a little bit of a background, and I was shocked when they said you were Lady Bracknell, and I'm like, okay, I gotta look this up, and they do it as women and men. Yep. Why?
I think that's a really tough question. It's become, I don't want to say tradition, but it's become fairly common in the last maybe half century or so for men to play Lady Bracknell. I think just for the fun of it. I think part of it maybe also is because Oscar Wilde himself was part of the queer community.
Oh, okay.
And so kind of a little bit of a tribute by having a drag part. But I don't know.
It's certainly a play about really silly people.
Yes,
acting silly. So I think a man playing a woman adds of course to the zaniness, the silliness, the fun of it.
But someone I used to know years ago said that Lady Bracknell is a cross between a wedding cake and a battleship.
Yeah.
Well, see, that should be on the poster.
That's true. Well, Bracknell's on the poster.
Yes,
big as life.
Yes, she is. She has her armor.
She does. I think the problem is a lot of productions forget the wedding cake part and just focus on making her kind of a tough, humorless character. Mm-hmm. So in the first rehearsal, Chris has an entrance when he finds his daughter being proposed to, and I said, I want you to laugh when she says that she's engaged, instead of take it in a stern way. Find the humor of it and the ridiculousness of it. And I think that's really kind of led a lot of what you're doing is letting her have fun.
Well, I think she most of the time she enjoys her life. She enjoys the life that she has. She's going to jealously guard it. Yes. She wants it for her daughter. Yeah. She sees all the advantage of it. And life is short, so eat as many bonbons as you can.
That's right. As long as she gets her way, she's perfectly content.
But does she get her way? That's the question.
Well, you have to buy a ticket and find out.
This is true. This is true. How much liberty do you get when you're able to direct and act in a play? Mm-hmm. Like, how are you able to make it your own?
If a play is in the public domain, which this one is, you really have free reign, and I don't go nuts and start changing things around. Interpretation is always part of any play, where any director, any actor is going to really ask questions about who am I, where am I, what's going on, and then figure out their own responses, how they think the character would respond. For this play, I think I cut maybe 3 lines.
Not many.
Not very many, and I only cut those because they were lines that didn't make sense in the 21st century. A reference to Tories dining with us in the evening, and I thought, well, that's just kind of doesn't mean anything anymore. But otherwise, the script is exactly as Oscar Wilde wrote it. The interpretation, I guess, is, in a way, it's traditional. I haven't done anything really crazy with it, but I took a lot of time to figure out what we call business. What are characters doing in the scenes? And I spent a lot of time thinking about Bracknell, about how, if she has a sense of humor, how does that shape the rest of the play? She's really the centerpiece of the play. We only see her twice. Well, twice in Act 1 and then in Act 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's the character people come to see.
And I'm looking forward to getting into the costume, the makeup, the wig. I mean, that will help me establish more so, really help me to define who my character is.
You guys haven't done the costumes as of yet? Like,
They're in
is she
progress.
loud and color? And...
First act, I've been told that she's in a brown that has kind of a purple tinge to it. Third act, I was talking to the costumer today, she's got tiger fur trim, and it's either going to be a purple dress or an orange dress. We don't know which of the two.
And quite
A lot of volume to the
Yes.
dress. A hat with a hawk on it, I found out today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be something to see.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
That
That'd be great.
sounds like so much fun.
And we're talking about the characters. The nice thing about the script is every character has something fun to do. Even the smaller parts. There are two butlers who get a couple of jokes as well. So there's nobody that doesn't get a laugh.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice to include everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is Lady Bracknell your favorite character out of this whole play?
Yeah, I have to admit, I'll be honest, I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it myself.
I mean,
And
you've
then
been quoting her for years.
For years. But then I thought, that's not fair to the other actors to take that big a role and not really be able to focus on them. Because, of course, you'd be just focused on that one performance. So Chris and I have known each other for 30 years. We've done half a dozen or more shows together, and I knew when I thought I can't do it, I knew who I wanted. So this was the one part that I precast. I offered this to him, last November? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
A long time ago, I offered the part.
Yes, I've been reading about it for a long time now, it seems.
It's been in the works for a while.
Yeah, we choose our season about a year in advance.
Okay.
So as director, you start kind of working on the script on and off about a year in advance, about that. And then as a company, we've been working for 3.5 months, something like this. It's around that, yeah.
Now, did you ever see yourself playing the Lady Bracknell?
Never thought it would come my way. I've never played a woman on stage before, so I'm really jacked about it. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Flouncing about in that big skirt.
Yes, flouncing with authority.
Oh,
yeah,
and sass.
Yeah, and just kind of
apparently.
owning the room when she walks in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you whack somebody with that skirt as you're walking in.
Well, we do have a bit of business where she spreads out on a sofa as wide as possible so that no one else can sit with her.
I can't give away too much since I've never seen the show, but Gwendolyn, the daughter, is she as handsome as her mother?
Oh, Gwendolyn is quite lovely. And very willful, as Lady Bracknell said. She's, how would you describe Gwendolyn?
Well, I think, how can I say this? I think she's probably a lady in the living room and another whole other creature in
Other rooms.
So she's...
She knows what she wants.
And
She
she's her
definitely knows
mother's
what she
daughter,
wants.
absolutely.
Yes.
That apple did not fall far.
Yes, yeah.
You guys already have tickets for sale?
Yeah, tickets are on sale now.
So-
Very excited.
Make sure that you check out Korda online on their website, Instagram, Facebook, and get tickets, because I have a feeling this is going to sell out.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
We've had a really good run the last year or so of sold out shows. It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
Korda always puts out wonderful productions
We
and
try our
quality.
best.
You guys have a lot of talent in this production company, as well as in Windsor, to be quite honest. And I have never, ever heard anything but wonderful things about Korda.
Oh, wonderful. That's great to hear.
So are there any other productions that are coming up?
There are. This weekend, actually, we started Midsummer Night's Dream, which is being performed out at the Fogelare Club. That'll be a lot of fun. Shakespearean comedy, really silly, raucous.
Outside.
Outdoors, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Then for Halloween, we have The Woman in Black, which is kind of a ghost story. We always do a panto right before Christmas, which is kind of an interactive parody of a kid's story. So this year it's Annie of Green Gables, Get Your Gun.
I saw
Yeah.
that the thing online.
huge
and it's
title.
like, oh my goodness, that's going to be fun.
More silliness.
Yeah, pantos are really silly. Lots of audience participation and
Yeah.
bad drag and goofy jokes and jokes for the grown-ups that the kids won't get. And we've announced our next season as well, which is very exciting. I direct Tartuffe, which is a Moliere comedy. Very, very excited about that. Chris will be directing next year. He'll be directing All My Sons by Arthur Miller.
I've actually heard of that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And we got 2 musicals next year, Evil Dead and Ride the Cyclone. We've got a full season. I think we've got 7 shows lined up for next year.
Dancing at Lunasa?
That's right. And then a brand new panto next year called The Wizard of Orcs, which I guess is a combination of Wizard of Oz and Lord of the Rings.
That will be good.
I think so.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, the musical.
Yeah. We did that a few years ago. It was a lot of fun.
Who's going to be directing that one?
Joey Wright
Oh my
is
goodness.
directing that one. Should be a ton of fun.
We've met Joey Wright on a previous podcast, and yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
Definitely.
I'm really excited to see it again.
It sounds like you have a stacked 2025 and 2026.
We do. We usually do about 7 shows a year. We keep busy here.
And really, really good shows.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have season passes?
We've talked about that in the past. We
Should.
tried a couple times and really didn't sell subscriptions, and so no, we don't at the moment. I was suggesting maybe we should,
Yeah.
but we haven't done it yet.
Thank you both so much for being on here
Oh,
today.
you're welcome. Thanks
for
for
having
having us. Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
So make sure you guys get out, get tickets, and come and see the importance of being earnest. It is going to be playing at the KordaZone Theatre in Windsor, Ontario from September 12th to the 27th. Get online, get those tickets. And my name is Tracy Martins. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of YQG in Bloom. You have a great day.